To those of you joining us today, thank you for watching the Woburn Spotlight. I'm your host, Tyler Gates, here to bring you some positivity by talking to those in town, making big strides for the greater good. Today, I'm very fortunate to have with me Mike Dever and Bill Murray from the Library Park Blues Festival, or the Blues for Veterans Association. So thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Great to be here.
Pleasure. So you've been here a couple of times, talked about the Blues Festival. We're going to be talking about this year's event, kind of talking about some of the past events. But to start off, just tell us a little bit about yourself, Mike and Bill.
Well, my name's Mike Dever, obviously. You know, we've both been active in the community. I'm a former city councilor and just active in the community in a way. Been active with the American Legion for many, many years. I tend bar down there, former manager down there. I work in the Woburn Public Schools as a custodian right at the Alta Vista Elementary School, so I'm around town. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Billy's a former firefighter, you know, retired firefighter, so we're just couple of Woburnites that are out here trying to do good for the community, you know. We started this organization 5 years ago, just on a whim of, we like music, for starters.
Well, that's a good starting point, right?
Right. And I used to go up to Freedom, New Hampshire. I had a house up there for a while, and would drive past King Pine, and I used to always say to Mary Ann, my wife, and I'd say, wow, that'd be a great place to have a blues festival. That'd be a really nice place to have a blues. And she'd finally say, well, you know, knock it off. Because every time we went by there, I said it. But then one day I was on the way to, I tend bar at the Legion. Like I said, it was a Sunday. And I said, you don't know anybody up there. It's 107 miles away. Why not the Library Park Blues Festival? Mm-hmm. And so I just started throwing that around. Next thing you know, Billy said, well, I'd like to be involved in that. A few other people, Joe Simons and Irene Simons, Mark Gaffney, who am I missing? His daughter Jennifer, and we just put together this group.
John Queen.
Tommy Doherty was the original member on our committee, and we put it together, and next thing you know, we made it happen. So it was pretty awesome.
That's so neat, and I'm kind of new to the whole the scene, and I've learned a lot about it a little bit before our discussion today. But you mind elaborating on those first couple of conversations? That must have been at a dining room table.
I can put something in there. Mike came to me, and originally he was thinking of it being a commercial endeavor, and I said, "There's no way they're going to let us have that field for a moneymaker." So we kicked it around, and between the two of us, we come up with, you know, raising money for the veterans. And then we just added people to the committee. I think we had 7 originally, didn't we? 7 committee meetings, and now we have, we probably have, including all of our helpers that day, we must be over 30 people, huh?
So
and they all come back every year.
To see that come from the first discussion to where it is today must have been just powerful stuff.
Yeah.
We've raised over $50,000 in our 5 years, and we've given away a little over 40. We're going to give away a lot more on this coming festival. Mm-hmm. And we sponsor the crafts program at the Edith North VA Hospital in Bedford, helping our troops, which sends packages to all our soldiers overseas. We pay for their mailing costs. We've helped some World War II guys with wheelchair ramps and shower bars and, you know, just things we can do to help veterans.
Friends of Woburn Veterans, local concern, we've helped them out.
Okay.
We just helped them out with, we helped them finish their goal to put the cowl vent from the USS Maine. They reconditioned and made a new case for it.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are doing a
Just
lot.
things
Anything
like
you
that.
can do to help, right?
Right. I always say if everybody does a little, a lot gets done. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. And, you know.
You can't put it any better than that.
Right.
So it's going to be a big event. I mean, you have 30 people, like you said, that are going to be there helping. Mike, you said you're the schmoozer. You're going to be out shaking hands, saying hi. I mean, you guys have been in the community for quite some time, and so it's going to be nice to see some familiar faces and see new faces, hopefully.
I mean, it's really professional. I mean, Billy can tell you about the staging and sound system and all that kind of stuff, the bands.
Yeah. Do you mind just touching briefly on your mission? I know we talked about it before. Your real goal is to
Well, one of our slogans is helping veterans and keeping the blues alive. So our mission was just to, we didn't know who we were going to give money to or anything. We try to keep it relatively local. Comfort Warriors is another organization we've donated to. They're with the American Legion. They're similar to Wounded Warriors. They help people that are recovering from injuries, with whether they give them sweatpants and sweatshirts and headphone, an iPod or whatever they can do to just help comfort them. They call it Comfort Warriors. And just anything we can do, just little, that's our mission, is to help veterans, try to keep it local, and just be out there to be available to the community. Like I say, wheelchair ramp we've done. We hire a carpenter to do that for us, or we help if we can. And it's just makes you feel good. Yeah. We're both veterans. Billy and I both Army veterans, and we got everything. You know what I mean? We're walking fine. We're here. You know what I mean? And some of these guys are coming back for, no eyeballs, no brains, no. It's you look at some of the guys and gals, and post-traumatic stress, just whatever it is. So we just want to help we're fortunate, so why not spread it around, while we're healthy and doing this. And like I say, it's ball. We're having a ball.
Yeah.
This is fun.
That's awesome.
It's fun, and so that's really our mission, is just to help local veterans and keep the blues alive. We're blues fans.
Yeah.
Some people go, blues, we don't like blues, I don't like blues. They love it when they come down. It's not, we're not talking muddy water stuff. We're talking, the roots of rock and roll. And we've had some nice swing type bands down there, different bands that just pop everybody up, dancing around. It's a great time. We got Ben and Jerry's ice cream. We got slush, fried dough, the sausage guy, burgers, dogs, the porch barbecue over in Wakefield. So we got plenty of food, plenty of snacks. We got beer and wine. I mean, you can't beat what we do. When you go to I was out last night. I went to see Little Feet, and I don't drink, but beers were $11 a piece. We sell beer for $3 and $4 for 16-ounce draft beer. So how do you beat that? We're not trying to kill anybody. We're trying to make it family friendly. We're having characters come down there this year.
Yeah, that's cool.
From 2:30 to 4:30, we have Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, the Beast, and Belle, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, face painting, balloon twisting, all that kind of stuff. And you can get your pictures taken. We don't charge you for any of that stuff. Bring your kids, take your shoes off, run around the grass. I mean, that library park, that grass is lush out there. Snooky DeLong, he does a great job, and it's just a fun place to be. But bring the kids down and have a good day. You don't have to stay all day. It's local. Pop in for a couple hours. And
so we have quite a lineup, and I know, Bill, that you kind of locked down the lineup. Tell us briefly a little bit about what you've seen in the past and what we should expect this year.
Well, in the past, we've had some big names. We've had Duke Robillard, who's world-renowned, Darryl Newlish, Matthew Stubbs. We've had local musicians, Brian Templeton, he's kind of a worldly musician too. Joe Pappas, who's a local guy. You can see him at the City Club, or you can see him at the Library Park Blues Festival. This year we have, I'll start from the headliner and work back to the first band. The headliner is Ronnie Earl and the Broadcasters. He performed at our inaugural festival in 2013. Ronnie is he's played with Muddy Waters. He's played with both Vaughan brothers. He's played with Otis Rush. He's world-renowned, and we're lucky to have him here in Woburn. Leading up to Ronnie is Sugar Ray and the Blue Tones. Sugar Ray is also a world-renowned musician, and it's almost like we have two headliners.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Leading up to them is Drivin' Blind. Drivin' Blind is a local guy from Wilmington, Steve Deneen. Steve, he'll perform as a trio, and he plays blues and blues rock. He might even throw a few slow ballads in. But Steve's like a human jukebox. He can play anything.
Really?
Leading up to that is Brad Fauscher and Session 450. Session 450, all one word. Brad is a phenomenal guitar player and vocalist. He's going to bring some horns with him this year. Brad has a little Woburn connection. He teaches guitar for the Boys and Girls Club. Okay. He was teaching at their satellite location at the former Clapp School, and he'll be going to the new facility too. And kicking off everything is Finding Dimes, and that's fronted by Diane Smith. Diane Smith's a local girl. She's a local gigging musician, and she did us a favor at one of our, what we call our Night of Blues series, and she opened for us, and so we thought it was fitting for her to open the festival this year.
Nice. And out of curiosity, do you mind elaborating a little bit more on the other events that you have, the Night of Blues? Yeah,
the Night of Blues is something we came up with, and we're not really trying to make a big profit there. It's basically to throw a bone to our supporters. And it's always held at the American Legion, 194 Lexington Street in Woburn. And the Legion is almost like a quasi-member of our organization. They donate the hall to us 3 times a year. They let us store equipment there. And so we're kind of meshed together with the Legion. Our next event will be November 4th. It is Charlie Keating is going to open the night with a solo set. Charlie also fronts a trio. And then a real popular band, the Love Dogs, is going to come. Love Dogs is kind of a jump swing band, horns, real gregarious front man. And so the Night of Blues, it's $10. It's the opening band starts at 7. The headliner comes on at 9, plays till 11:30. So for $10, you get 2 bands. We sell pizza that's generously donated by, what are we calling that now?
Lisa's Pizza.
Is it still? Yeah, Lisa's. Lisa's Pizza. And we have popcorn. It's a real fun night. We usually draw 150, maybe a little more than that. We do it in November, then we do it again in February. I think we're going to have Mr. Nick and the Dirty Tricks back by popular demand, and then we do it again in April.
That's great when you have someone come back from popular demand.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We had the Love Dogs last year at our festival as well, and they're kind of a jump, swingy kind of.
They're fun.
You know, they're fun.
I can see
Everybody
how that
loves
could just be a real crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
That could be awesome. That's good. So you have quite a bit going on, not just people up on stage. As you mentioned, you get the characters between 2:30 and 4:30. You're doing the ice cream. We have some raffles as well. Do you guys mind elaborating on kind of what we might be expecting?
Well, we have a raffle tent with several sundry raffles. Name a few of them, Mike.
Hotel stays, tickets for the nor'easter train that goes up to Portland from Boston to Portland, Maine. Just all kinds of donated restaurants.
Sports memorabilia.
Sports memorabilia. What do you call them? Certificates to restaurants, gift certificates to restaurants that have been donated locally and stuff. So we have some nice raffles there. Plus we have the big guitar raffle.
Yeah. But before that, we have a door prize every year, and it's generously donated by Bill's Music on Lynn Street in Peabody. And he usually gives a beginner guitar package. This year he's going to give a beginner bass package. It's going to be a bass guitar, an amplifier, cord, strap, video, anything somebody needs. And so Bill donates that, and all people have to do is put their contact information on their ticket, and they're entered for that. And then the guitar raffle, which sometimes gets confused with the door prize, is a special thing, and we always raffle off a Fender Stratocaster, and we try to get most of the people in the bands autograph it. And so this year is it's a 2017. This is a Fender Stratocaster. It's a Fender Standard Stratocaster, and it's a professional grade instrument. It's not a toy. With the case, it retails for about $600, and it's got a beautiful candy apple red finish.
was just going to bring that up. So this is the first year that you guys have gone with that beautiful candy. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to go with a different finish every year.
What was last year's?
Last year was Lake Placid Blue.
Lake Placid Blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's our raffle guitar, and for $10 we sell 300 tickets. For $10 you put your name and your phone number on the back of the ticket, and we draw it just before the headliner.
Okay.
And
So to purchase the ticket will be on site that day. That will be
Well, if you want a ticket prior, you can call me, Bill Murray,
Okay.
781-953-5005.
Okay.
Give me a call and I'll get the ticket to you.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll make sure to get that up on the screen. We'll hopefully get you some phone calls here shortly.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar, like you said. It's a well-made professional instrument. So, give me a couple great prizes. I would have got confused. I'm glad you elaborated. I thought those two were kind of the hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna have a nice tent full of prizes. We have a beautiful guitar to raffle off, and we have a nice event full
Right.
of great
Yeah.
music and good
I mean,
entertainment.
we have a hard-working crew. You know, these people are dedicated to veterans. You know, that's the appeal when somebody wants to help us. It's not just it's helping veterans. You know, and so we've drawn a lot of people into our organization that just it's for veterans. I'll be there. Just talking it up. I go down to Bianchi's Pizza down on Revere Beach, and we got posters down there and everything. But I go there once a week. I go swimming, but we get a pizza, sit on the beach. But I talk to people and everything because I got these mini flyers that I pass out, and they look just like this. They're just a little bigger than that, and so something I can give people. And I'm talking to a guy, and he's got a Marine shirt on and everything, and I'm talking it up. He says, "I'll be there." You know, just things like that. So they make that commitment to you. Some people say, "Yeah, maybe I'll come, whatever," but that guy gave me a commitment. I'll be there, and I'll recognize him because I don't forget faces, and I'll say hi to him at the festival. It'll be good. And then he'll be a determined supporter of ours for forever,
Right.
you know, as long as we exist.
We have a couple who come, they drive from New Jersey to come to our festival.
Yeah, they came to our first festival.
Yeah.
They like Ronnie Earl.
Yeah.
Veronica and Joe, I can't think of their last name right now, but I see them on Facebook all the time. And they're always going to music festivals. They're a retired couple, probably in their late 60s, and they came the first time. And I'm a schmoozer, and we're hugging and kissing by the end of the night, and I was hanging out with them and everything, so I stay in touch with them. And they come to every festival, but they didn't come last year, and I said, "Why aren't you coming this year?" They said, "Well, Ronnie Earl's playing in Pennsylvania, we're going to see him," because they're a big Ronnie Earl fan, so they're definitely coming up to this one, because Ronnie Earl is with us.
Yeah.
But, and it's just good to have those friends. Yeah, New Jersey, they're driving up, and
I'm sure you've seen some really cool stuff. Exactly like that. I mean, you hear everyone's story. Everyone's got such a cool story to share.
We've given money to Hugs for Lisbeth, who is she's an Army veteran. She was an officer in the Army. She
was a school teacher.
And she's got a few kids and everything, and she came down with Huntington's disease. There is no cure.
Yeah.
And she is in a wheelchair. She can't really communicate. She understands. It's a terrible thing. She understands every word you say. She has something in her head that she wants to say to you, and she can't really say it. But we've given her a couple $1,000. It costs $1,000 a month to keep her at home, so she doesn't have to go to a hospital. And so a couple times we've given her $1,000 at 2 different events, and that gave her 2 more months at her house. And so just things like that, and it just warms you so much. It's just incredible, when you can really help people and see the good that you do. You know what I mean? We're just trying to have fun, do good for veterans, for people, and that's stuff like that just makes you happy, makes you feel good. That's why we're here.
And to be able to do all the good things that you guys do, you guys have a few partnerships, a few sponsors that kind of stick their necks out and get behind this cause.
Yeah, our major sponsor, who was with us last year, and they're very generous to us, is Lawless Chrysler Dodge Ram. They're located on the Four Corners in Woburn, and they are once again very generous to us. And they'll market a few vehicles at the festival, and you also can enter to win a 2-year free lease on a Dodge Ram pickup truck. It's
Wow.
retail value of,
35,000, I think,
yeah,
38,000.
yeah, something like that.
Wow,
But
that's
they'll be
incredible.
doing that again this year. And we have a lot of sponsors, and I don't want to try to name everybody, but a couple of them that help us operate is Craft Power over on Wildwood Street. They supply us with a generator to run the stage. I mean, we could run the whole park on it. And then Throne Depot, they supply us with portable toilets, which is a necessity. And then, who else are we forgetting there, Mike? Throne Depot, Craft Power, Armstrong Ambulance. They give us a BLS ambulance for the day, which is a pretty good value.
Sheriff's Department comes out and sets up a big tent for us.
Mm-hmm.
A new sponsor for us this year is All Weatherwise. They're a tent company, and they're donating a tent as well, a 20 by 30 tent. They come out, set it up, all for
That's a great sized tent.
all for the donut. You know what I mean? It's very nice of them. Green's Grill. Paul McGilvery up there at the Green's Grill at Woburn Country Club. He supplies for our VIP tent all the food all day for our VIPs. You know, lunch, later on more like dinner, you know, but early lunch, lobster rolls, and you know, he's done fantastic job. He's just been there every year, no hesitation, loves doing it, and
Paul's a music fan too.
Yeah.
I think Paul has a great time there too.
Sounds like everyone has a great
Yeah.
time that turns
Yeah.
out.
I mean,
It's
Lynch
a fun
Cantillon
day.
has given us a lot of money, you know, the funeral parlor. Just various people have really stepped up and
To support
been
the cause.
continued, you know, Mulkerrin Realty, just, like I say, we
Yeah,
don't
we
want to
can't
forget
name them
anybody,
all.
but
You guys have such a long list. Yeah, you'd have to print something off.
It was a pretty good list was printed in Wednesday night's Times.
Yeah.
So
Good. All right, let's
refer to
there
that.
you go,
Refer to that.
So
That'll be a
before we
safe,
get
yeah.
stepped on,
Yeah.
how come
Yeah.
you didn't say
Yeah,
me?
Renee. If I forgot any of the big sponsors, I apologize.
Blame me. I
Yeah.
put them on the spot.
Yeah.
So absolutely. But yeah, thank you for sharing some of that. And I think something along the lines you mentioned earlier. A lot of hands make light work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's fantastic to see everyone kind of pitching in to make this
Yeah.
as great of a day as it is.
Yeah, we're trying to spread it out a little bit, you know, not just a Woburn event, to have it a little stretched out for the area and everything, but you know, it's just been fantastic. You know, this is going to help a lot. The characters, people coming with their children, you know, this gives them something to do, and
Yeah, we don't
makes
want
us
people
more
to
money.
think that we're anti-child. I mean, you can bring your child under 12 for free accompanied by an adult. Active military, active on-duty military is free with an ID. You know.
we give out some tickets to the senior center, you know, different, you know, groups like that
Yeah.
want to come.
So, out of curiosity, if somebody sees this and they want to either volunteer their time, their effort, their money, whatever it may be, how do they get involved? What's the first step? I know you said give you a call about the guitar. Is that
Yeah.
the best approach?
Yeah, they could call one of us, bump into one of us in public.
Okay.
They could go on our website and they could find out our email address on the website.
You can either go to bluesforveterans.org or Library Park Blues Festival. That all pops up.
Yeah.
All our pictures are there with our information, phone numbers, how to get in touch with us.
Give you a call, get started, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
So
Yeah.
it's really,
We have some pretty talented people on the committee too, you know.
That's good. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. I haven't been a part of it, being relatively new to the Woburn area.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how it pans out. I'm excited to see it.
Hey, and if anybody wants to come down on Friday the 15th, around 9 in the morning, we always need extra
Need
hands for
hands?
setup.
Okay.
Setup
we
is,
set up all the barriers.
yeah, it's a
and,
good 10-hour process, and we'll always
right.
welcome extra people.
Okay. So when
The
you
older
need
we get, the harder it is. You know, we need
Speak
some,
for yourself, Mike.
well, good.
we need some young blood
Yeah.
carrying those barriers.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, just to kind of make sure I have everything, and people out there, starts at 1, goes to 8:30. Characters will be on site again for 12 and under. Get in free, accompanied with an adult or pay an adult.
2:30 to 4:30.
Gonna have some characters there doing a lot of fun. Ben
Yep.
and Jerry's ice cream, some great prizes, and essentially some great headliners and people to show up.
And just the venue itself, it's gorgeous down there. Believe me, the grass is lush. You bring your chairs, take your shoes off, sit down, relax. It's just a nice venue, easy to get to, and it's just a good place to hang out
we
for
keep
the
the
day.
food and drink very affordable. You know, we're just trying to keep the cause going, you know.
So
Good.
it's a good community event, and it's really turned into something. To have an idea and put it into place, and 5 years later you're still alive, and it's great. You know what I mean? The 5th annual. Who would have thought? You know?
And I just want to add one thing. We want to, from the top down, we want to thank the city of Woburn. I mean, the mayor is helpful to us, the building department, conservation, the DPW, the parks department. A lot of them do work on the side that nobody knows they're doing for us, and helping us with the permit process. We have to get special permits. We have to get one-day liquor license. You know, we have to buy liability insurance for property, personal, liquor, and we have a lot of people helping us behind the scenes that really don't get any mention. But the city of Woburn has been very proactive in supporting our cause.
That's fantastic.
We want to thank
them.
them.
I appreciate you just shouting out, kind of giving that shout out, because I'm sure an 8.5 hour event or a 7.5 hour event is not easy to put on.
And the mayor's been to every one of our events. He gets up there and welcomes the people, and
It's great.
Yeah.
you know, we do our military thing. We post the colors at 1 o'clock or 1:15.
Have the national anthem.
National anthem sung by, this year will be sung by Barbara Johnson. She's a veteran, and in our organization, and she'll be down there singing the national anthem. I'm the MC. Why? Because I'm a talker, I guess.
Did you get volunteered?
You know,
Or you raised your hand probably,
So,
yeah.
Well, it's a good job for me, because that keeps me from doing everything else, you know, because it gets really crazy there, especially the beginning of the day. Mike, Bill, hey, can you? And Bill's like, hey, he's the band manager. He's got his own issues he's got to deal with. Now being the MC, I got to be up there. I'm on a timer, you know. We got Tom Hazelton, who
He's the stage manager.
yeah, and he's always, Mike, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. So, and I'm out schmoozing, and he's like looking for me running around, but he keeps the trains running on time.
Yeah.
Billy does a great job of keeping the bands going when they're supposed to go, because if you let that all slide, you're going to be bunched up, and you're not going to have that time. So they got to be on stage and off stage at the right time, and he does a great job doing that.
The minute the last note is played at this festival, we'll already be, the next day we'll start negotiating for the bands for the following. The top 2 bands, you got to get them early, you know. And for the most part, they're generous, you know.
Yeah.
Some people love the veterans until it's time to take the wallet out. But we work with everybody.
Well, good. Well, great. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Come out Saturday the 16th, show the support. Is there anything that you guys would kind of like to share in closing?
Mike?
Well, I'd like to just invite everybody to come on down. Bring your children, your grandchildren. It's just a great day. Some people don't realize, you know, what kind of an event it is. And anybody who does come down there and walk around, they go, wow, that was, you know, never hear a bad word about it. You know, it's just a great place to be. You can fit it in with your soccer life. You're busy on Saturday. Everybody's got things to do. But 1 to 8:30, you can pop in for a couple hours. You might miss the characters, but that doesn't mean you can't have your kids running around the field at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you enjoying yourself, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a good venue, great event, and we really love to have everybody come on down.
Well, thanks for coming on today. I'm excited to see it on the 16th.
Thanks for having us. Brian and the staff and everybody is always helpful to us.
All right.
This has been great.
Anything
You
we
guys
can
are
do,
very good
we're
to
happy
us.
to.
Thank you very
We
much.
appreciate it.
Well, thanks for coming on. Awesome.
All right.
And thank you for watching today's show with Mike and Bill from the Blues for Veterans Association. We all have one part, and we all have one life to live. Let's all do our part. I'm your host, Tyler Gates. Join us again next time on another episode of the Woburn Spotlight.